When you read what Daniel, the feats of Abraham, Noah, and of these people, you don't have the idea that these are supernatural beings from somewhere. These are people that are beyond my reach. Just like the Bible will say that Elijah was a man of like passions, subjected to same weaknesses like we have, frailties like we have. And these are men. Scripture said that these men had weaknesses. They reckoned God as faithful. The standpoint of their faithfulness was that they first knew, they reckoned that God is faithful. And when we say as being faithful, as being true, as being real, as being good, faithfulness was beyond just massive feats, but an everyday life for them. It wasn't just, we shut the mouth of lions. Oh, we stood before Felix and were able to declare. We stood and said there will be no rain, and there was no rain. Yes, that's cool. But this was an everyday life experience for these men. Maybe sometimes we see, yes, in retrospect, we'll see Daniel as a prophet, but he was just a natural government guy. He was a civil servant. Verse 4, that's Daniel 6, verse 4. He says, so the governors and satraps sought to find some charge against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could not find no charge or fault because he was faithful, even as a civil servant. Even with the documents that he had to sign, even with the things he had to buy, the locations he was faithful. Nor was there any error or fault found in him. Now, when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he knew that, this is it. It was already signed. He went home and he opened his upper room with his window open towards Jerusalem. He knelt down on his knees 3 times that day and prayed and gave thanks before his God, as was his custom since early days. I think that's the highlight for me. It was his custom. It wasn't just when he now had to stand for God that I remember that, I'm a Christian, I have to now show we will not agree. No, that has been his pattern, that has been his life. So it wasn't difficult at the point of trial to actually do what he did. We can stand for God, even in the face of opposition, even in the face of contradiction. Yes, the Lord can rot that in us.